Welcome back to the New Models Army channel. I'm Dave, and today we're going to be doing the construction of the amazing Zaku, or Zaku Amazing here. And this HG model, in the previous episode we painted it. Now the reason that I did that, and I'm pretty sure I explained in the video, but I'll go over it again. With this model I wanted to do a custom paint job, so to do that, the easiest way that I found is to disassemble the kit, which we did. We cleaned up all the parts and then we gave them a coat of primer and then went back with the three colors that we used for the kit. So what we need to do now is the construction, and the instructions are not in English, they're in Japanese, but the visuals are very good. They're pretty self-explanatory. There's a few symbols though that I'll go over just so you know what they mean. As you go through the kit, they have really good diagrams of how the two pieces will fit together, but they have all these little symbols next to them on nearly all the pieces. So we have the symbol on the right here, which means that there's a decal going to be attached. The one next to it means that there's a left and right piece are going to assemble together, or like there's an identical one on each side. And then we have an exclamation mark, which means pay attention to the piece and the orientation of that piece. And then we have a 2, actually it can be a cross or a times 2, which means there's going to be two pieces exactly the same. There could be a 3 or even a 4 there. And then we have this small dot, which is almost in a white circle, a small black dot in a white circle, which means that this is the first piece to attach. And then we have the opposite, we have a big black circle with a small white dot, and this means this is the last piece to be attached. And then we have a small black dot and a white triangle, which means basically you can choose which piece to add and how to add it. So we also have a couple of other symbols down here. There's a small X and some like lightning bolts shooting out of this plastic piece. And what it means is make sure you trim off the little gates on the end of the model. So there's a little picture of a circle, which means it's good because it has no gates. And then we have another picture with an X and a circle. X meaning bad, circle meaning good. So it has a little symbol again with the lightning bolt sticking out of it, and there's a little connector that's in the middle. It's kind of a soft squishy piece, and if you don't put it in there right, basically what it's saying, it won't click and won't stay together. So you have to make sure that when you snap these pieces together that they snap together correctly. That's basically the few symbols that we have on this kit. And then it has a nice diagram of all of the sprue trees, and it has a whole bunch of X's through pieces, and those are the pieces that you either don't use in this kit because some parts of this are universal, so they can be used in other kits. The first part is actually step 1, should I say, and it has H1, part 16, PC8 and C7, and it's got an exclamation mark, which means pay attention to the piece that you're putting in. And it also has a whole bunch of the PC pieces. And the PC tree, this is the PC tree, sometimes you get 2 or 3 in there. They're made of PE plastic, so it's a little softer, almost a little rubbery. And the reason for this is because these are all the joints. So they have like knees and knuckles and hand pieces, and I haven't painted all of these because when you start moving the kit around, the paint just rubs off on these pieces because it doesn't really adhere very well to this kind of plastic for some reason. So a couple of them I already have pre-installed and painted, but most of them are hidden, so you're not going to be able to see the color of the gray anyway. So we're gonna start with number 2 because I already, like I said, put the first part together. Part 2 is PC6, and this should go click when I put it inside, so let me see if it does that. Yeah, as I put it in, I felt this little click. And then we have A18, which should be another black piece. Here it is. Oops, I nearly did that the wrong way around. I've got to add these red shoulder pieces together. Let me see, is that the way around? It is. Okay. So they go on first, and then this goes on afterwards. And then it has A17, which should be another little black piece. Let me put you back up there. So A17. It's kind of important you make sure that you put them in the right way around, because once they go on, I can tell you they don't want to come out. So there we have step 1 and step 2 complete. The next piece is the side, and I'm going to attach that there, and then the other side. Cool. And now I need the middle piece on step 4, which I painted red. And now I'm going to attach the upper to the lower body. Hopefully. Should snap. There you go. Pops into place. It's looking pretty good. So we've got the back piece here, and the rocket engines, and then we need 2 PC or 2 polycaps number 9. They're gonna go like that. At least I hope they're gonna go like that. Actually, they're going to go more like this. Okay. And then the next step is, first you got to add this piece, and then you have that symbol, which means that piece goes last. So let me see, I painted that black, I think. I'm going to find it. Yeah, there it is. So this goes like that. And then this should go cool. And then we'll go to the second part of step 6, which will be adding this to the back of the body. Okay, there you go. Let's come along. Bandai should make all of their models pre-painted, pre-finished, pre-cut. You put them together real quick, if that were the case. Now these pieces on step 7, I already pre-bent them into the shape that I wanted before I went ahead and painted them. That way because they're made of the same material, same PC material, I do believe, they're a little bit flexible, and that paint will come off if I move it too much. So step 7 and step 8, I'm going to make sure I get these the right way around. So they go together on step 9, which is this piece, and I painted this piece black. So should slide into there, this side onto there. And this should go into here. This is where you get to see me make a bunch of mistakes. But no, that went on nice. There it goes. Then this is going to attach to the front. Should click, I think. Okay, there it goes. And these pieces are going to go in here. I think it's going to have a little cover on that. So you go up to here, up to the end of step 9. And step 10, I already put these two pieces together before I painted them. And same with step 12 and step 13. So pretty much I had most of this put together before I painted it. And here is one already finished. So this is how I painted them. Still got some of the blue tack, the picture putty in there, so I didn't want to get a bunch of painting. So that should just pop on. It goes at an angle, it doesn't go straight. So you got a left and a right, and that would go like this. It's got a little place here for the hose to go into. So I'm going to make sure that goes in when I put it on. Cool. It's really coming together quick. Okay, so put that over there. What we're building next is actually the head, and step 18 requires the decal. You can see here there's a little decal symbol, decal number 1, to be placed on this piece. It's got a little circle there, and here's the decal, which is pink. And I'm not going to worry about that too much. I think it's also pink on my other Zaku. So, let's line it up. This has got a little piece that sticks out here, which actually helps it when you move the head. It actually rotates the eye, so that's pretty cool. So we need this piece with the decal on. We also need this piece and the bottom of the head. What color did I paint that? Okay, I painted that white, I think. Okay, yeah. Painted that white, and that's the wrong way around. So this, let me see. This goes on first. Like that. And then this piece goes on like this. Or will do. Okay. And then we need to add top of the head. I actually glued the little fin here onto the top because sometimes they break off. So here's one of the arms that I already put together, so you can see what it's going to look like. And here are the components that I built at the same time. I did two 20s, two 22s. Step 25, there was 4 which we already pre-built and painted. 26 is the same, we put that together and painted them. 23s, I added the pieces. I haven't added the hands yet. I'm going to do that towards the end. So all we need to do now is on step 27 add the 2 magazines. Well, they're what I think are magazines, weapon magazines, that is. So we have that part, and then need to come over to here. Since we already had that part pre-assembled, number 29, I'm going to add that to the shoulder like this, and then the bottom of the arm just goes on. You would attach the hand, but I'm not going to do that right now. I still need to add this little component here. Clicks nicely into place, and then attach the top of the arm if I put in the right polycap. And the polycap for that is polycap number 2. That's going to go into the shoulder piece, and then we'll put that component onto there like that. So does it look the same? Yep, we're good to go. So just attach the head. Okay, there he goes. And then we're going to start building the legs. Here's one that I already built, so you can take a look and see what it's going to look like when it's finished. And I'm just going to put that over here, the way. These components were all built before they were painted, and they are step 32, step 34 and step 35. Because I knew they were going to be all painted black, it was just easy to pre-assemble and paint. But we do have step 33 to build, which is the foot. So here's the bottom of the foot, and then we need the top. Also a polycap, number 7, which goes into here. And again, it's saying make sure you put it up the right way around, dummy. Guess if you don't, your foot's going to look weird. But anyway, it goes with the flat surface pointing upwards, and then we can attach the top of the foot. Like that. And then this part is the ankle. Make sure I get this the right way around. I'm just going to angle that a little bit. It's a little bit of a tight fit. It's because it's got a layer of paint on. Okay, there we go. Should be better. So we got the foot. We got the top of the toe area here, on top of the foot. Let's just paint it red. Okay. And then that was number 27. These components have already been put together, so let's take a look at the next page. Alright, 36. There's the foot. So we're going to build the upper thigh. So this is the component that we need for that. So it's the right way around. And then we need the front and back of the thigh, and it doesn't matter which one goes on first. So that's the front, and now the back. Better if I straighten that up. Okay. So what step are we on? Okay, 36, just added that. And then we have a couple of these like sides of the knees to add. It's 1, 2. Okay, and then the front of the kneecap, which here it's saying make sure that you put the beveled edge towards the bottom. Just goes on, pretty simple. And then the top of the thigh, though, or shall I say the socket, which is going to go this way. This is the outer of the thigh piece. And then 37, I pre-built that. So I guess we're going to leave the thigh here and attach the bottom pieces to this. Make sure I get the right way around. See, it's got 3 little teeth here and then 3 little slots, and that's what's going to hold it together. Actually, I got a couple of pieces of the picture tack on that. So let's see. There it goes. And then the other side, more picture tack. I really didn't want to fill up these holes with paint, apparently. Let's see. So there we go. Alrighty. Okay, the front of the bottom of the leg. Okay. So, what step are we up to? Okay, we're doing 38, which is putting the outside onto the inside, attaching the front, then attaching the magazines to the bottom of the foot. Here's a good example of a little bit of thickness to the paint here on an important kind of hinge. It's really not attaching, the magazine doesn't want to attach, so I'm going to scrape some of that off. And then try again to attach it. There it goes. So now we need to add the other 2 pieces. Okay. And then back of the booster engine here, his foot. And then we can add top of the thigh to the bottom of the leg. Now we can add the foot. There it goes. There's one. But the hands here, we've got a left and a right. The right one has a trigger finger, and you can select which kind of hands you want. I think they're for like at least 2 different types, and then the right hand hasn't got anything at the moment. So last components that we're going to put on the main body here are going to be the holsters. You can see step 49, and they have like a little hook and a little clip, so it goes underneath and then clips on. So here he is, finished. Well, at least finished for now. The main construction is done, and I really like the way this color scheme's working out. I got a couple of little paint chips from when I put him together. Then I'm going to go back and clean up. The having him pre-painted and most of the subcomponents built, a lot of the finishing was already done, so it came together a lot faster than a normal Gundam kit would have. I really like the way the color scheme worked. I think it looks great. What we have to do now is build the weapon system. I'm going to see if I can find him a couple of decals to add a little bit more detail to him. There's no decals that come with the kit apart from the 2 stickers. So I think I'll go back through a couple of old kits and see if I can find some Xeon decals for that. But I think it looks really good next to the platform, and so I need to build the weapon, add a couple of decals, and of course build the base. And we'll be doing that in the next episode, which will be the finishing episode of the Zaku Amazing. So please hit subscribe, and thank you for watching, and see you soon.